Hey boys, welcome to a bit of an analysis of the latest Ashes cricket trailer, and it is it's the first like in-game trailer. Like we actually see like a little bit of what we will experience, I guess. Not a whole deal. I know this came out like a few days ago now, but I thought I would do this regardless, and I am just watching this on YouTube so I can like flick around a little bit because it's only a minute long, so you know we want to like sort of analyze it. And the first thing I'll point out here, I mean, we can go back and have a look at Anderson. His face looks pretty good. Like the face scans are gonna be excellent, and I mean we'll have a look at the little panoramic view of the stadium. And obviously, keep in mind, I'm like recording of a video, so the quality is not going to be as good as it will be like when you actually play for yourself. But the stadium looks really nice. Like it looks realistic. The like the crowds, like obviously it's like blurry background. Like it's not like zoomed in on different people, but it looks pretty darn good. Like the atmosphere and the crowds are going to be like properly licensed, which hasn't really been a problem with like Don Bradman because like people make the stadiums, but having like all the proper Australian grounds licensed it's gonna be excellent, because even though there is like stadium creation, like you can't get them exact, as we see David Warner there, Matthew Renshaw walking out, and then the England players, it looks good. Then we see James Anderson waltzing in, and I've seen a few people have been like speculating like, are there new bowling animations? They said that there were. It doesn't, like, I just want to play this quickly, right? So this is James Anderson, and people you can't even see like him bowl it, but people are jumping on that and being like, it's the same bowling animation. I mean, you can't really tell, but from my, like, if you see, like, I don't think that's James Anderson's bowling, as we pause on a pretty trippy sort of a screenshot there. I think it's just the Australian players that were mocap for the bowling. I might be mistaken with that, but I think the article, one of the statements was Australian bowling, or the Australian players were mocapped. So I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen with the England players. Like, this doesn't look like the previous Don Bradman. I mean, it looks fairly similar, but it's hard to tell because you don't actually see it. But we'll look at Pat Cummins. I'm pretty sure that's Cummins. It's pretty quick. I think that's Cummins. But if you look at his, I personally think that looks like his bowling action. You know, he's got a quick arm action, quick down. Oh, yeah, just quick arm action. I was trying to think of the word, but that's pretty much it. As you see, he's got the pink ball as well, and he gets down pretty low, like he really bends his back. Looks pretty good. I personally think it looks fairly similar to his action. Whether or not like all the Australian bowlers will have their proper actions will remain to be seen, as we see Moeen Ali there. Another important thing here, the edge is taken by the slips fielder, which is excellent, because probably my biggest complaint still with the Don Bradman series is that slip fielders are useless, because there's a couple of reasons, right? The first reason is that the ball doesn't really go, well, in those games, the ball never really went to like second and third slip and like gully. Like, it happened like in a fucking once in a blue moon. But like having like 3 or 4 slips fielders early on, there was no point. You might as well just have other fielders stopping runs. Like, there was no point. The other big point about the slip fielders was that the wicketkeeper dove across like first and second slip to take these absolute screamers. So I mean, it made first and second slip pointless as well. But we see here, like, he looks fairly wide. If you can see, like, it looks like it's not gully, but it's a pretty wide. Like, Alistair Cook, I thought he's usually a first slipper. Maybe there's like a third slip. It looks fairly wide, but yeah, it looks, you know, the edges look pretty nice. Like, the field looks amazing, dude. Like, if people are going to complain about the graphics on this game, like, give me a break, dude. It looks awesome. You see the sort of the appeal looks a lot nicer as well. Few shots being played And I paused it on a pretty good one here. This looks really nice. So we see, I was going to say Smith, but it's Matthew Renshaw taking a screamer again at the slip position. But you see Matthew Wade here at keeper. He's like pointing, you know, you see it in real life, like the keeper like points out to the fielder, catch it. He's got a little hop on, like he's about to leap up in excitement. But the best thing about this is that he's not diving across, right? He's not doing some weird animations like he's doing like a keeper would, because he can't get to the ball. He's not going to dive. He's just sort of, he's like acting like someone's going to get to it. And it looks realistic. Again, taking the catch, actually like a nice little animation. That's, again, like players like taking catches and just catches in general, a bit of a bugbear of mine in previous Don Bradman games. Like, it always looked weird, like they took one-handed catches when they didn't need to. Just sort of the animations for catches always looked very strange. And we've only seen, like, the catches we've seen have only been one-handed screamers, but they look a lot smoother, a lot nicer. Another couple of shots, and see the keeper there taking a nice catch again. Again, it just looks so much smoother, and this is all down to like mocap, I would imagine, because previous games did not have the motion capture for like keeping and fielding and stuff. So you see this keeper's catch, it actually looks like a proper catch. See some nice celebrations. This one, Steve Smith, if we can go back quickly, it's a tiny still it's like a second of a frame, but that's Steve Smith's celebration right there, the old bat swing. That's what he does, and that's obviously been put into the game for Steve Smith when he gets his century. Again, don't know how many players have their own custom ones and all that sort of stuff. Will, you know, I can imagine probably see like David Warner like leap into the air. That I would hazard a guess as to say that. The other big thing I haven't even mentioned is we found out who two of the commentators were. Now, you're probably not really going to be able to hear it because I keep pausing the video, and also I'm going to have the video pretty quiet. I'll link the original in the description so you guys can like just check it out in its full glory. But it is Michael Slater is confirmed to be the male Aussie. We also have Mel Jones, who it's hard to tell because she only talks for like a second or two, and people were speculating that it was an England commentator, but it is Mel Jones, which is good. I think she's a pretty solid female commentator. So there's one more commentator, an England male, who I'm pretty sure there's a third one. I don't think I'm confused about that. I'm pretty sure they said there were three, and I think there's an England. It would just make sense that there would be an England commentator. Now, I'm going to go out and say I'm putting my money on Michael Vaughan being the England commentator. I just sort of, there's no real reason for that. I just sort of feel like he seems like the guy that would sort of get involved. I think him and Michael Slater work well together. And I like Michael Vaughan as a commentator, so I think it would be a pretty good mix having him in here. So we'll see. I actually don't even know if it's 100% confirmed if it is another England commentator in the mix, but we'll see in due time. As we see the beautiful SCG, and it's a good trailer. I've got to be honest. Like it's a pretty nice looking trailer. Like there's not like just showing off like raw gameplay. Like they've done a very cinematic type minute of action here, but it just looks good. Like it shows off how nice the game looks, and it shows off some very nice animations. As you see here, November 16th, pre-order now. Like I'm keen for it, dude. Like I think it's going to be an excellent game. I'll still stand by, I think Don Bradman Cricket 17 is still an excellent game, but yeah, this game's gonna be good. I'm very hyped for it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I just tried to like dissect it a little bit, show off some things you may have missed, or just talk about a few little bits in the trailer. Not too much to talk about. I did drag the video out a bit, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.